Hey, Josh Johnson here. We're talking weather. Big warm up. Springtime is here, at least for now. Afternoon temperatures in the 70s and 80s through at least Saturday afternoon. And yes, there are some low end rain chances along the way in the mix there as well. So let's get right to the maps here. Let me show you what we're looking at. This is the latest run, the morning run of the American model. We'll start there, then we'll go into the European. There are some differences in how these both handle the energy. So, um, in Alabama. I'll put the black bar over us. You see us right down here. This is essentially a very calm day and a calm night tonight and tomorrow. No big weather problems. Now, as we get towards here's Thursday, area of low pressure gets going over northern Missouri. Most of the moisture with that stays north of us. We will be on the southern flank of it, which will mean a few scattered light rain showers at times as early as Wednesday, but I think more so into Thursday and Friday. That cold front makes it down into Alabama by Friday morning. That will mean some scattered rain. If the European solution is correct, you end up with a surface low up here over the Great Lakes, trailing cold front back down into the deep south. There's lingering moisture with that into Friday. The front then kind of comes back north Friday night into Saturday. New wave of low pressure forms somewhere near northern Alabama. You get some rain and some rumbles, and then we see a change to colder temperatures. Rain changes to mountain snow across the Smokies, on up the spine of the Appalachians, and that surface low gets going up the East Coast. And if the GFS is right, this is a pretty big snowstorm for parts of New England, and it is bitterly cold for us. Not as cold as last month's Arctic invasion, but this would be a highs in the 40s, lows in the 20s sort of appearance things here. Again, this is off of the American long-range computer model. Now, as you well know, it's not the only game in town. Let's go over to the European computer model. Um, Tends to handle things well, right? So, same sort of concept here. We've got a developing area of low pressure, um, well west of us, but initially there's just not a lot to this. We'll go back to here and now. This is the European ballot. Essentially, this is this afternoon. This is definitely a lot of warm air advection that we're seeing here. See how the isobar lines, the thick black ones there, go against the height lines. Whenever those are perpendicular to each other, that is a big time signal for warm air advection. So surface low way up here, all of that stays well north of us. And we're sort of just in cruise control for a while here on the Euro. Major winter storm, northern Great Lakes, far northern plains. Next surface low then on Wednesday night into Thursday stays mainly north of us. But notice there's enough moisture in this for a sprinkle or two Wednesday into Thursday. Then the front makes it down into the deep south, sort of stalls, sort of hangs out, meanders. There will be a narrow little band of moderate to heavy rain here Friday morning. Front comes back north, kind of waffles back north on Saturday. So you would see Saturday would be a day with some on and off showers and storms. If the Euro's right, and I think it is, Saturday's probably the wettest day. And you see that in our official forecast on WSFA. We do have Saturday kind of logged in there as the wettest day. Then surface low gets off the East Coast, and you get massive cold air advection coming in from the north. Now, the difference between this one and the last one, there's not this massive snowpack across Arkansas, Tennessee, northern Mississippi. So this will not be as cold because the air will have a little more time to moderate as it moves south. Also, the sun angle's increasing now. We're well into to February. The sun angle's a little higher, so that will help keep this sort of I'll call it reasonable cold. Right, this will be in the reasonable cold realm. With again highs I think in the 40s to low 50s and overnight temperatures dropping down into the 30s. Then that heads out to sea. Notice the difference. The Euro has a little light snow in New England, but mainly goes out to sea, while the GFS hammers New Jersey, Long Island, and Cape Cod with a massive snowstorm. I tend to think the European solution is closer to correct. Then we get our next storm system coming through. This would be out towards Friday the 27th. Cold front, big surface low goes north. That would be kind of a weakening system as it arrives here towards the end of the month, and then potentially another cold air kind of invasion out towards the end of the month and into March 1st, and second and third. And then you get another area of low pressure that forms out here by that point in time. So bottom line here is this. We're going to see some scattered light rain in spots Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think a little heavier rain in some spots by Friday night, Saturday. Sunday, a day where the rain pushes south, colder air spills into the state. How cold will it be? Well, This is the European ensemble, and kind of what I told you, highs in the upper 40s and low 50s, overnight temperatures in the 30s. Starting Sunday afternoon, that's Sunday's high of 56, you see it there. Monday, high of 50. Now, remember, this is the ensemble approach, which is the choir. This is a lot of voices singing at the same time. It tends to smooth out cold air kind of invasions like this. My suspicion is Monday will probably stay in the 40s. And then we'll have a couple of mornings with frost freeze issues, and then it's over. This is not going to be a long-term cold intrusion in late February. This will be kind of a quick shot. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's colder, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and beyond. Look, we're back up into the 70s. Here's the operational Euro. Again, this is the solo singer. In this case, I think it's probably a better solution with that high of 47 on Monday. I think that's probably closer to correct. But again, the concept here is what really matters. It's really warm through Saturday. It rains on and off starting tomorrow and right on through Saturday. The highest rain chance comes Saturday. Rainfall amounts will be relatively light, ½ inch to an inch. Then it's a big shot of cold air Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Highs in the 40s and 50s, lows in the 30s, mainly, and maybe even some upper 20s in that mix. But then look, by the 25th, we start to warm up, and by next Thursday, we warm right back up very quickly. The American Long Range Ensemble, kind of the choir approach, again, concepts here are the same. It's warm through Saturday, it's cold Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we warm right back up. So if you're wondering about snow, here's the Euro ensembles for snow. 0 out of 50 are your odds. Yuck. Yeah. And here's the GFS ensemble. Look at there. One little overachiever out there towards the 10 days out, and it's not even enough to cover the ground. So bottom line, we don't see any credible threat of any wintry weather around here anytime in the next several days, maybe weeks. What will March hold? No one knows. I suspect March will be very active because it usually is. And my suspicion is you'll end up with one of these, I call them slush storm threats, where there's an upper level low and it's 34, and who gets rain, who gets snow, and we have to hash all that out. My suspicion is this could be a year where one of those happens. We've just seen that happen so many times, dating back to November in the upper air pattern. If that were to continue, then I think that's what we would end up with. All right. As always, watch the WSFA First Alert Weather app for updates throughout the day and night. I will also have an update tonight on WSFA 12 News. Watch that wherever you watch TV, or stream it wherever you stream. Just search WSFA. I'll be on at 5, 6, and I'll be on actually tonight at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. So lots of news this afternoon and evening. Hope you all have a great day. Take care. See you soon.